Hey, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and in this video, I'm going to give you some tips, 4 specifically, on how I price my food product online. And if you're not very sure and you're a beginner at this, these are going to be some really basic fundamental pricing concepts, and they've worked really well for me for the past 12 years. And we're going to dive into those 4 right now. Hi guys, so it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and as I mentioned in that introduction, I'm actually going to give you 4 different ways that you can actually price a food product, at least the 4 that I have used over the past dozen years, and I'm going to tell you exactly how that works. Now, a couple of little side notes before we get started on that specifically. Be aware that if you're going to be selling on a platform, for instance, like eBay or Amazon, Bonanza, Etsy, or Walmart.com, always factor into your pricing and be aware of this is that they normally have monthly subscription fees. Plus, they have a final product value fee that's selling whenever you sell the product. That's going to be a final fee as well. And some of the websites even charge you a percentage of the shipping that you charge your customers, and then so on and so on. So keep in mind that there's a handful of different specific fees that go along with this. Of course, in this video, I'm just going to give you these 4 basic ideas on how do we price it. Factor in, if you're on those different platforms, factor in those fees as well, depending upon the price point that you have that you're charging your customers, okay? And as always, this is Marketing Food Online. If this is the first video you've ever seen, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to see all of our new videos that come out each week. We basically give you all of the information you need to get a food business started. If it happens to be a food truck, a restaurant, packaged food product, we incorporate quite a bit of information and let you create your food business. So let's dive into these. So the first one's going to be off the bat is going to be obviously the retail price plus the shipping. Now, when you create a listing, whether it's on your website or one of these platforms, you can offer your product at a retail price. In order for you to come up with that price point, you need to know what it costs exactly to make it, which would be including labor, ingredients for your food product, the packaging, any potential labeling, which is addition to the actual packaging as well, and the time it takes, of course, as I mentioned, labor, the time it takes for you to put all of that together. So if you're having a staff or an employee or you have a group of people putting it together, figure out how much you're able to produce in an hour's time frame. This is normally a good way that you can create the ratio as far as what is the amount of product you're making and how much it's costing to do it. And then from there, you can come up with your retail price point. Now, the one thing that's different when you're a small food operator is that your expenses will have a tendency to be higher when you first start. If you're not one of these, obviously a multi-million-dollar or multi-billion-dollar multinational business where you can buy ingredients, packaging, and everything that they need in much bigger quantities, driving the cost of your product down, keep in mind that it's always going to be more expensive when you're just starting, but that's okay. Just get started, because as you get the ball rolling and you begin to have some momentum and cash flow, that's going to give you an opportunity to buy your ingredients, even your labor, and everything else that you need, your packaging and labels. All of that will be much cheaper because you'll have the money coming in to afford that. So don't get discouraged if at first you can't price point your retail price exactly as some of these big brand names that may have similar products. Just post it and get rolling and get started. Get some momentum and get your business up and running. Okay, so the retail plus shipping. Now, as you create these listings, you can offer your product at a set price. And again, this video is for beginners. So if you're already familiar with this information, you might want to go check out one of my other videos. So you want to create a retail price in the shipping. The thing of it is, when it comes to shipping, you need to know exactly the size, weight, and destination of your product. Now, in some cases, you can preset your shipping at a certain amount at a flat rate. Okay. Now, if it's something that's, let's say you're on the East Coast and you're shipping it to the West Coast, that's obviously going to be much greater in shipping costs than it would be if it's something that's closer to your facility or closer to where you are. Now, what I do when I do the retail plus shipping option is that I pretty much use either regional A or regional B boxes from the USPS, or use a flat rate box or a flat rate envelope. Okay, depending on the product. Now, this is something you would have to do on your own. You have to research and find out what is the right box for me. But as far as the different boxes from the USPS, I have found that the shipping rates are much, much better because UPS and FedEx normally doesn't really give you a great discount on using those services. Plus, they are no better or no faster than USPS. Trust me, I have used all 3 of them over 12 years. None of them can actually guarantee their time frame for sure. You have the 2-day to 3-day priority. Some zip codes, it's taken even longer than that due to the USPS not being able to deliver on time. So that's not in stone. Just be aware of that. That's not perfect. So figuring out what works best and what kind of a box really works for the size of your product, okay? Next up is going to be retail plus free shipping. Now, this is where it gets a little trickier when you determine your retail price point. On my Amazon store, for instance, I offer free shipping on all of our items. Why? Well, because we buy shipping through Amazon once the product is sold. So we actually can leverage Amazon's shipping services, which is even more of a discount for us because I'm not going outside of Amazon to buy the shipping services. So for me, I actually go up roughly about, I think it's 10 or 11% above what I would normally do for retail with the shipping in order to actually compensate for some of that offset of being free shipping. So even though I'm getting a discount from Amazon, I'm still, in a way, I'm getting covered because I'm increasing my retail slightly. So my prices for my products on Amazon are actually higher than my eBay store. That allows me to do that benefit of free shipping. Now, why is it so important when you see free shipping? It's really a psychological thing for the consumer. When the customer comes to see a product and they want to buy it, when they see a product that's free shipping and they have a price point that's within the range that they're willing to spend, they're more willing to buy a product with free shipping than they would without. Now, does that mean that the retailer is always going to absorb the shipping costs? Probably not. If you notice on Amazon, a lot of the prices in some cases are actually not inflated, but they're a little bit more expensive. A lot of customers will buy through that because it's a free shipping, but the retailer is actually absorbing most of that in the cost that they're charging the customer. So I've done that with our website, the BrittlBox, as well, and then of course on our Amazon store. Now on eBay, I also offer free shipping only on some items because of the size of them and the weight. One of the three most important things, like I mentioned in the beginning, was of course the size of your product, which will determine the box size. Anything that exceeds 12 inches is going to go into a whole nother realm as far as the cost of shipping. So if you can keep a product small and under the 12 inches in diameter of the box, you're going to be better off. It's going to be a lot cheaper. Plus the actual weight itself. So keep that in mind when you're creating your product. Try to go with the most lightweight packaging because that in and of itself is going to save you on shipping. So number 2 was the retail and free shipping. So if you're able to do that, just keep in mind that you want to absorb some of that and add that onto your retail price point. And then from there, your customer will be more inclined to actually get free shipping. Now, the next one up is setting a minimum. Now, this is something that I do on my own website. I don't do this on Amazon, Etsy, or eBay, but I do it on my website. And if you buy $75 or more, a specific dollar amount, I will give the customer free shipping. Because for me, based on the margins that we have on our products, I'm able to ship pretty much anything and still make a really great margin on it if you're buying $75 or more. Normally, under those situations, customers spend over $100 on a transaction because they can see that they get free shipping. So that's something that I do on my own website. And the reason why I do that is actually it allows me to offer a unique discount or value for the customer. They go to Amazon, they get free shipping. They go to eBay, they get certain discounts and deals. On my Etsy store, the same thing as eBay. They'll get certain discounts and deals that will specials that will run. But then on my own website, I have full control over that, pretty much of anything I wanted to do. And by setting a minimum, they get a better value, bang for their buck. Okay? So number 3, this is actually a different type of pricing, but it's not necessarily wholesale per se, but I have bulk pricing. So I do a lot of corporate events and we do a lot of weddings. We do a lot of special events. So where people are actually purchasing like 100 units, 200 or 300 units. So what I do is that I offer free shipping based on those bulk pricing. So actually what I'll end up doing is, like for instance, we do chocolate covered pretzel sticks. So the chocolate covered pretzel rods, I have 100, 200, even 500 account. And I'll give you as an example, we had Target did a huge order from us two Christmases ago. They did 7,000 pretzel rods. So I gave them a discount off of the order plus free shipping because the order was so big and so large for us that I was able to do that and still make a considerable profit on it. But I was able to give them a free shipping and discount rate. So offering the bulk rate is also allowing you to sell more of your product. So if you happen to make, let's say, customized wedding favors and it was food related, if you could set a minimum and say, look, we sell 250 or 300 units, we're going to give you a percentage off plus free shipping. So that is 4 different ways, very simple, very easy, simplistic, but there are 4 variations based upon the platform. Keep that in mind too, that you can offer your customers pricing for your food product. So If that makes good sense and if it was helpful, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you have comments about how this works or any other comments about your food business, definitely let me know down in the comment section. Now, in the description, we also have dozens and dozens of more free resources. Check that out as well. That actually goes to our website, marketingfoodonline.com. And I'll see you guys on our next video. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.